They would provide steep tax cuts to corporations and wealthy Americans, and more modest tax cuts to middle and low-income families. Now, we haven't seen a full analysis of this final agreement, but what they've been working on is the House passed a big tax bill, the Senate passed a big tax bill, and they've been working to blend the two. And previous analyses of each of these bills says that they would add about $1 trillion to the deficit over the next decade when you take into account economic growth that might come from this. Overall, the package cuts taxes by about $1.5 trillion.
Good afternoon, everyone. The House Senate Conference Committee on H.R. 1.
Now, some of the big provisions that they have in there, they're going to lower the top tax rate for individuals from 39.6% to 37%. Currently, the top tax rate only applies to families making more than $470,000. So this would help high-income families. They would cut the corporate income tax rate from 35% to 21%, which would be a big savings for businesses.
Thank you, Chairman Hatch. I recognize Representative Richie Neal of Massachusetts.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Republicans have billed this as a big tax cut for the middle class. And at least the analyses of the previous bills that they passed showed that it would not be nearly as much for middle and low income families as it would be for wealthy folks. Now, one thing they have done that would help middle and low income families is that they're almost doubling the standard deduction up to $24,000 for a married couple. That would allow a lot of families who might have itemized their deductions before to just take the standard deduction, and what they say is that you would be able to fill out your taxes on a form the size of a postcard.
And get it done, right? They're all working and negotiating some final points, but we're very, very close. This bill is vital to the American people for many reasons.
Democrats are saying this is a big giveaway to the wealthy and to corporations. And the president has pushed back on that, and so have Republican leaders in Congress.
Thank you for your opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In light of last night's election, Mr. Chairman, I do not believe that we should be holding today's meeting. In fact, I think it's imperative that we respect the will of the people of Alabama.
You know, first of all, they're complaining because they haven't been able to see the final details yet. Those are Republican leaders say that those will be unveiled by the end of the week. And you know, really what they're complaining about is they're saying that, look, this is not really geared toward the middle class, and that this is mainly geared toward the wealthy and to corporations. Now, Republicans also worry that this bill is going to add to the budget deficit over the years. Now, Republicans have said they expect this bill to generate enough economic growth that would lessen the impact or even erase the impact on the budget deficit. Today, the Fed chairwoman, Janet Yellen, came out and said that she expects the tax package to have just a modest lift to the economy.
Something special. And Diane, thank you very much for everything. We appreciate it. So we're very close to getting it done. We're very close to voting.
If they're able to pass the tax bill next week, it won't affect it, because the new Congressman Doug Jones, or new Senator Doug Jones from Alabama, wouldn't take office until after that.
Under the rules of the conference committee, when the committee report is filed, the public and members will have full opportunity to examine that conference committee report, and then under the